Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and on this video I'm going to take a look at my top 5 Lacazette moments in an Arsenal shirt. Of course, this season he hasn't been the best in the best of forms, considering that in the 2018-2019 campaign he won the best player of our season, and this season you would actually argue that he wouldn't even be in the top 5. The likes of Saka, Leno, Aubameyang, maybe even Pepe have all been better than him. So it hasn't been the best of campaigns, but let's not forget, since he joined Arsenal in Wenger's last season, he has had some terrific goals, some crucial strikes, some crucial moments, man of the match performances. And when we signed him and signed Aubameyang 6 months later, those two strikers were in the top 5 most goals scored in the whole of Europe. I mean, in the top 5 that time, it was Messi, Lewandowski was in that list. I think Cavani was in that list, Lacazette and Aubameyang. I don't know who I'm forgetting. Maybe Kane was like 6th or 7th. So that shows you how lucky we were to have those two strikers at the same time. And even still now, we still have them in the third campaign. So yeah, as I've said, he's had some really good moments. And before I take a look at them, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm also doing a series for which players I want to stay at Arsenal and which players I want to leave at the end of the season. I just did a part 1 with the goalkeepers. I'm going to do part 2 for the defenders later on. Just when you subscribe, you're gonna get a notification when I post it. And I'm gonna have top 5 moments for the rest of the players, the likes of Aubameyang and Ozil. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. And of course, like the video and leave a comment down below on your top Lacazette moments so far. And yeah, now straight to the top 5. I'm gonna start with number 5. Number 5 for me is scoring against Atletico in the in the Europa League semi-final in Wenger's last season. That time it was around the 60th minute, and it was a home game, 0-0. We were going to travel to Spain for the second leg a week later, and we really struggled to get a goal. And Atletico even got a red card later on in that game. Was it Atletico? I think they got a red card in that game, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Lacazette came with a really important goal to make it 1-0 in that game. Unfortunately, we threw away the lead later on, Koscielny making a mistake for Griezmann to equalize, but that was a big goal at the time. Of course, we wanted to get back into the Champions League. That was our first season in the Europa League, and we all wanted to get back into the Champions League. Of course, it didn't work out, and I'm sure if we would have beaten Atletico in that semi-final, we would have ended up beating Marseille in the final. So we were quite unlucky to lose 2-1 on aggregate, because they only beat us 1-0 at their place. So if we managed a 1-0 at our place, maybe we would have been looking at extra time. So that is number 5 for me. My number 4 in the top 5 Lacazette moments is signing for Arsenal. As I've said, when he signed and Aubameyang signed a few months later, we were looking for a clinical striker. Also considering Giroud and the likes of Walcott were about to leave, and we didn't really see where our goals were going to come from. Giroud wasn't as clinical as everyone would want. Although myself, I think Giroud scoring 100 plus goals, he actually chipped in with some really important goals and headers and all that. So signing Lacazette was big for me. We never had like signing someone. That was our record-breaking signing after Ozil. Of course, we had signed Ozil for 42 million in 2013, and this was the record-breaking signing for us at the time. So I was really excited about having him at Arsenal. I also remember watching him in the Europa League the previous season, playing against Roma for Lyon, and he scored a really big goal to take them through. So that is my number 4 top 5 moment in the top 5 moments. Number 3 has to be the goal he scored against Cardiff in Emery's season. We won 3-2, and that's the time I think they introduced that dance with Aubameyang. That was September 2nd, 2018. Of course, we scored fast, and then Cardiff equalized, and then Cardiff scored again, and then we equalized, and then Lacazette scored the winner. And that was really big at the time. We had lost to Chelsea and Man City and beaten West Ham at home. So this is our second win and first away win for Emery. So that was a big goal, and from the angle he scored from, it was really crucial. My number 2 moment is the equalizer against Liverpool. You can remember that That time he went past Alisson and he shot from a really difficult angle to make it 1-1 around the 80th minute. Liverpool was still unbeaten that season, if I'm not wrong. And they came, of course, they lost to Man City later on. Of course, we didn't beat them in this game, but it was really important not to lose to them. I think we are still in the 20 plus game unbeaten run, or if we had lost it, we are just now getting back to our best at that time before obviously falling down at the end of the season. So that is my number 2 moment. Really crucial goal, really big goal, really good goal, and he does score against the big teams. That was Liverpool. He's also scored against Man City away. He's also scored against Man U. He's also scored against Chelsea. So he chips into some really important goals, and that's why I'm saying people always forget about that. And my number 1 moment has to be scoring on his debut. His debuts against Leicester, we won 4-3. That was on 11th August 2017. And it didn't take him long. Only 90 seconds and we were 1-0 ahead. And he became our 7th player to score on his debut. Before him was Steve Bold, Kevin Campbell, Ljungberg, Adebayo, Nasri, those 2 traitors. And of course, Vermaelen against Everton back in 2009. Yeah, so that was a really big goal, and fans were really thrilled to have someone new scoring within 90 seconds. We always used to either signing people at the last day after 3 games of the season have already been played, or not really signing big players. I think the previous season we had signed Peter Cech, so nothing really motivating, nothing really to inspire you. So this was a big moment for the fans, a big moment for Lacazette, a big moment for Wenger, and that is my top moment for Lacazette so far. Let's not forget that he has some really top moments too. Other top moments, I'd say scoring that volley against Everton last season, scoring in Wenger's final game against Burnley. Also, there's a time he scored a brace against West Brom to make it 4 goals in 3 home games after his debut. Also, that goal this season against Newcastle after the drought, that was an important goal. Also, remember last season, was it last season or 2 seasons ago, when Aubameyang could have had a hat-trick and let Lacazette take the penalty after a kind of a drought again. So, very many important moments, and as I've said, he scores against big teams. And he's a special player. I don't want him to leave. I hope he can sign a contract. I still want him and Aubameyang to play up front next season. We are lucky to have 2 top strikers in the world, to say. And another thing I worry about is that he's never taken to France. I've never understood why, but I think the coach just fancies Giroud or some different kind of player. But anyway, those are my top 5 moments. Let me know down in the comment section what your top Lacazette moment is. Do you want him to stay at Arsenal? Do you want him sold? Make sure you subscribe. As I said, I'm going to have another video later on, and other videos later on in the week. Of course, it's really a boring time right now, no football to watch, so I'll keep the content coming no matter what. Thanks for supporting the channel. Take care of yourself. Make sure you wash your hands. Stay safe. Take care of your family. Pray for the world, and take care.